April 28th, 1192. The streets of Tyre are crowded, the air heavy with tension. Conrad of Montferrat, newly crowned king of Jerusalem, walks with pride, unaware his reign will last only days. Two monks approach, humble, harmless, until steel flashes. In an instant, the king of Jerusalem collapses, bleeding out in the dirt. Not felled by armies, not by rebellion, by two men bound to a hidden brotherhood, the Hashashin, a secret order so feared that kings and emperors trembled at whispers of their name, because their loyalty was so absolute. Even death could not break it. Like the video, subscribe and strike the bell, because today we uncover a code of power most men will never see. The Hashashin were a secretive sect hidden in the mountains of Persia and Syria. While empires marched with armies of thousands, they ruled through precision, a brotherhood of assassins who could strike any target, anywhere, at any time. Kings and sultans who commanded vast territories lived in fear of men they had never seen. Because the Hashashin turned murder into an art that toppled kingdoms with a single blade. The 12th century was their golden age. From their fortress at Alamut, the so-called Old Man of the Mountain spun a web of strongholds stretching across the Islamic world. Armies became irrelevant. Their weapon was reputation. A single dagger sent more shockwaves than 10,000 soldiers. Rulers bent, bargained, bowed, not from mercy, but fear of being next. Conrad of Montferrat thought himself secure. The crown of Jerusalem finally his, he prepared to rule. But his rise threatened too many, and the Hashashin were summoned. April 28th. Two monks walked toward him, daggers glinted. In broad daylight, Conrad fell dead in the street. One assassin was cut down instantly. The other, captured and tortured, revealed nothing. Their silence spoke louder than screams. The world shook. A king, gone days after his coronation. The Crusader states plunged into chaos. What armies could not do, a handful of men achieved with surgical precision. What made the Hashashin unstoppable wasn't the blade. It was the brotherhood behind it. These men weren't bound by coin or fear. They were bound by each other. Years of training, shared purpose, and unshakable loyalty forged them into something beyond soldiers. Death itself was not an end, but a tool, a sacrifice honored, a mission continued. Against that kind of devotion, no army was safe. This is why a small sect hidden in the mountains could bend kingdoms and empires alike. Because when a brotherhood values loyalty above life, it becomes inevitable. By the way, if this lesson speaks to you, I go deeper into the power of brotherhood and other hidden codes of strength in my book, Battle-Tested Wisdom. The link is below. The Hashashin didn't conquer through numbers or brute force. Their power came from unity, from a brotherhood so committed that even death could not sever it. That principle holds true now. Movies glorify the lone wolf. Reality buries him. True strength is built in the company you keep. The soldier who pushes harder because his unit refuses to let him quit. The athlete who breaks limits because his team won't let him fall. The entrepreneur who rises faster because his circle is as hungry as he is. Brotherhood doesn't have to mean bloodshed. It means forging a circle where each person's strength multiplies the others. And in that circle, something deeper happens. You rise higher than you could alone. You fight harder because you won't be the one to let your brothers down. The Hashashin understood. Devotion magnifies power. And the same truth whispers through our world now. If you want to move mountains, don't stand alone. Build the brotherhood that makes you unstoppable. Some speak of brotherhood, but vanish when the weight is real. You can find that in the surface world. Empty words, shallow loyalty, strength that collapses at the first test. And that's exactly how the architects want it. Because isolated men are fragile, predictable, easy to control. But true brotherhood doesn't vanish. It endures when the blade is at your throat. Alone, even kings can fall. But when you are bound by loyalty, by unity, by brotherhood, you become a force the world cannot ignore. That's why I created the Whispered Order, a hidden archive for those who refuse the surface world's chains. Inside, you'll uncover the codes history tried to bury, strategies designed to sharpen your edge in a world that wants you predictable. The first file is waiting. File number 1. So here's your choice. Stay with the lone wolves of the surface world, or step into a brotherhood that makes you inevitable. The link is below.